Libra, hi. So this is going to be a reading for August 31st through September 6th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Libra. The overall energy for the reading, the Fool. You seem pretty open to something here. Yeah, your energy is definitely involved in something here, potentially with someone. But you come in as very, very open and willing. Now, in the recent past, the King of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Three of Cups. You almost look cocky there. You're like, I got this. Yeah, I got this. It's easy breezy. I mean, there's no way that something's not going to happen here in the way I think it's going to happen. I don't know if it did or not, but the cockiness is real. It looks a little deceptive. It looks like, what are you doing? You know, you don't know if it's going to happen. You're convinced it's going to, those times in which, I'm convinced it's going to go that way. And even if it does, there's still that sense of a little bit of, yeah, I knew it. A little bit of ego in there. But anyways, I don't know what that's about, but it comes through as whatever you're convinced about has to do with somebody else. That's why it's looking cocky, because it's not something that, okay, if you are to do something and it's just you and you, it's fine. You can be cocky about it. You can be like, me? I'm doing this. But when another energy is involved, then you can't tell, if the other energy is going to show up for this in the same way as you. If they're going to show up at all, you don't know. You can't be convinced of somebody else's actions and, showing up for things. But anyways, in the current situation, the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you're showing up super leveled, super grounded, super involved here in, I don't know what you're doing. You're working on something with somebody. Looks good. So far, so good. In the immediate future, the Nine of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Hangman. There's a little bit of maybe a regret with this one. Regret, is it? It's coming through as too little too late, but you're looking at the past when you're saying that. Like, I shouldn't have done that, or I shouldn't have rushed, or I shouldn't have... I don't know what's up with that. Anyways, we'll see. There's a lot of healing over it. It's just coming through as you looking at the past and trying to kind of work through something that happened. But let's clarify. Let's do the Fool. You get the Five of Cups, the Strength card, the Emperor. There's something about that past of yours where you keep on, even when you show up present now and super open, super nice in your energy, there's something from your past that's kind of stuck to you or something. But it's coming through here in the sense of, almost like, why should I open now to something when I did it in the past and it was a bust, right? So, but it's fear, but I don't see you working through that fear in the sense of it's there, it's presenting itself. It's almost looking like it's holding you back, but it's not. So you're still opening up to something, despite this kind of running there in the background for you and telling you, hey, watch it. You did the same thing in the past and now you're doing it again. And most people would go to anything, open up to anything through the lens of that fear. You're not. You're like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I did that. I'm going to do it again. So kind of like that. It's a little... it's normal that it's shown up, but it's a little weird that there's no, like, it's not phasing you, which is nice. It's nice to see. That means there's awareness that fear is there and you're going to go with it anyway. For the King of Swords in the recent past, you get the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the King of Pentacles. Oh, that's why it's showing up deceptive and a little bit cocky. Because it almost looks like you feel that you have control over something that, again, has to do with another energy. And you don't have any control over any of that. Anything outside of us, you can't say for sure, oh my God, yeah, I know they're going to do exactly that. And you can't have control over something outside of yourself. But at that moment in time you thought you did, so now the thinking part starts to make sense for me. I think it was a bust though, because it's basically creating expectations over something without really trying to create expectations there. And you know what happens when we create expectations? We set ourselves up for disappointment. For the 5 of Swords in the recent past, you get the Magician, the 10 of Swords, the 2 of Swords. Yeah. Things kind of blew up in your face there quite fast. Like that everything took a turn, everything took a twist, and it got very complicated very fast, whatever happened there. Despite your intentions, because your intentions seem to be good there, but for the 3 of Cups in the recent past, you get the 8 of Swords, the Empress, the Justice card, and they stayed complicated things, because you seem to start gaining a little more clarity, maybe a little more clarity even over yourself and how you showed up for whatever this was. But overall, your energy is starting to lighten up a bit and to be more clear after it got very complicated. Well, it was first cocky and confident and, I got this, everything's going to be okay here, even though it's not about me, but I know for sure how it's going to go. And then it got complicated super fast. And then I see you coming into a place of clarity. The situation, though, that you were dealing with through all of that remained kind of complicated, a little bit up in the air. So there's no clarity within the situation. There's more clarity within you, but there's not a lot of clarity within the situation. For the 9 of Pentacles, in the current situation, you get the World card, the Hangman, the 4 of Wands. Okay, so this is a commitment here from what I'm seeing. It's looking to be going all right. It's looking like you're in a good place here. You're showing me this commitment and you being part of it, but then I see the energies and I'm seeing this commitment here and I'm seeing you to the side of it. So it's almost looking like you're not part of it. Well, it's very redundant. You are also showing me a closing of a cycle somewhere in the mix there. So maybe it's something that you were 100% committed to and now you're not. It's hard to say that and believe that because it's not aligning with what I'm seeing here. It's almost like you are and you're not at the same time, committed to another energy. King of Wands in the current situation, you get the Moon, the Page of Cups, the Death card. Yeah, they're not here. Your heart is here for them, though. It's one of those. Okay, so you're connected to another energy here, energetically speaking. In the physical, you keep on throwing crumbs here, saying, oh yeah, but they're not here. So energetically, I see them here, like they never left. Nobody left, But physically, I see these crumbs everywhere of, oh, by the way, P.S. Yeah, they're not here. Okay. For the 7 of Pentacles, in the current situation, you get the 6 of Swords, the Hierophant, the Queen of Swords. You point out at this commitment again, then you're showing me you doing your thing, and then kind of saying, I feel like I'm at this alone, but I'm doing this for me and whatever or whoever. There's a commitment attached to you there. But I don't think they're around. Because, with every occasion you're pointing me towards, yeah, I'm doing this by myself here. So maybe they are, but they're not there consistently. Maybe they're just showing up from time to time. Energetically speaking, they're definitely here. They didn't leave, you didn't leave, nobody left. In the physical, I don't know what to say about that one. For the Nine of Swords in the immediate future, you get the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the King of Swords. Okay. It's kind of like getting ready to address the elephant in the room. I think you are. Where you're taking a little bit of time to gain some clarity, to gain some perspective, to kind of know how to bring this up and what to say, and but it's stressing the hell out of you. So I don't know if there's definitely something that needs to be brought up, something that already happened, because that's the past reference here. But you want to make sure that you're ready to engage with this energy. So you might start this off when you feel completely 100% clear and ready. But it's stressful, whatever it is. So it's one of those, ooh, when should I do it? Should I open the can of worms now? Should I not? Should I, you'll know, because you're showing up super clear. And the minute you gain that clarity, you just go ahead and do it, no matter how stressful it is. For the Five of Cups, you get the Seven of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. So, something happened here. I would assume it's in this commitment that's here but not here. Maybe that's why it's feeling that it's here and not here, because something happened and nobody brought it up. Nobody, but it affected something here within this commitment, within this dynamic. So now you're getting ready to bring it up, and you will, by the looks of it. You're kind of throwing the ball in their court, and then it's like, hey, at least I did it. I did my part. Because I kind of get the sense that whatever happened, if it wasn't addressed and it's never gonna be addressed, then it leaves the whole situation kind of up in the air, and it may leave you hurt or them hurt or the both of you hurt. And it's like, I feel like it's kind of eating at you, and that's why you're getting prepped up here to just, again, address the elephant in the room, or the cat, the Kai in the room. Let me do the Hangman in the immediate future, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Wands. And as you wait, I don't know how it's going to conclude. This whole elephant now is out in the open. How it's going to conclude, that part, I don't know. But I do see a positive feedback. The minute you open that up, and then you're kind of like, okay. But I like the fact that you're not creating expectation over it. Like, okay, they're going to respond like this or like that. Remember how the reading started? You were convinced that someone is going to show up a certain way. This time, no. This time is like, look, this has to be addressed. So here I am addressing it, and that's it. The rest is on them. And you're right about that. And again, the feedback that comes in right after you put the elephant in the open seems to be quite positive, quite nice. The conclusion to it all, I don't know what that's going to be, because we're not there yet. Next episode of the soap opera. But the immediate response, the immediate feedback is definitely a good one. So it's like, I think it feels good that you're bringing the elephant out in the open, But let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. You get 4. The Temperance card, the Six of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you're dealing with the soul connection. That's fairly important to you. It feels like it's close to home. But it's been in a status of up in the air or complicated for a while now. And as it kind of is trying to proceed under the same status here, no, I feel like at some point, one of you, and I think it's you, when they gain enough clarity, when they're learning from this experience a little more, they're going to open it up. Like, hey, we can't go on like this. Something's got to give. Like, we got to break this energy. So that's when the elephant comes out. But yeah, interesting. But that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.